Welcome to day 106 of our school year. "74 school days left. Alright, let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. We have a total of 180 school days, and we are on day 106. Now let's think if our numerator is prime or composite. Well, it's an even number, and the only even number that's prime is the number 2. So it's composite, and that means we have to do the prime factorization of both 180 and 106. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3, so 3 is a factor of 180. I can get 60 groups of 3 out of 180. 6 plus 0 is 6. That is also a multiple of 3, so 3 is a factor still. And I can get 23s out of 60. Ends in at 0, so 5 is a factor. I get 4. 4 is even. So I can divide by 2, I get 2. When I get to a prime number, I am done. Here, 106 is even, so I can do 2. Half of 10 tens is 5 tens. Half of 6 ones is 3 ones. Now 53 is prime. If you're not sure, you could always check. 53 is prime, so we are done. Let's go ahead and get down our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. We always write it from least to greatest. 2 times 53. Let's find our common factors. We get 2. So our greatest common factor is 2, leaving 53 in the numerator. And 2 times 3, which is 6, times 3, which is 18, times 5, which is 90 in the denominator. So let's go ahead and make our groups of 2. Okay. If you didn't like the way I made my groups, you don't have to make your groups like this. You just have to have 2 in each group and keep your shaded from your unshaded. The way I made my groups, I end up having 5 in each row, 5 groups of 2, so I can count by 5s to find my total amount. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. And I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53 shaded in. Okay, now that we've done our division with our model, we're going to go ahead and divide using our algorithm. So we always want to prove our answer more than one way. So we're taking our total amount of days, 180, and dividing them into groups of 2. And 106. So I know that 50 times 2 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros the game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Bring that 80 up here. And I know 40 times 2 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros the same. 50 plus 40 is 90. Here, do 50 times 2 is 100. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros the same. Numbers the same, zeros the same. Bring that up here. And 3 times 2 is 6. Numbers the same, zeros the same. Add our partial quotients together and we get 53. Still need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, you don't need to actually add 0. 2 groups of 0 is 0. 2 groups of 9 tenths is 18 tenths. 2 groups of 3 is 6. 2 groups of 5 tenths is 10 tenths. So 106, that matches our dividend, that checks. 180, that matches our dividend, so that checks. Okay, our numerator is 53, and our denominator is definitely 90. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. We're still in trimester 2, week 10. Today is 2/6/2020. And our fraction for today is 53/90. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 2. Okay, our last group of 2 was 49/90. So next we would have 50/90, which is equivalent to 25/45, which is equivalent to 5/9. That was the simplest form for that one. Okay, then we also have 51/90, which is equivalent to 17/30. That's the simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. 52/90, which is equivalent to 26/45. That is our equivalent fraction in lowest terms. And then today, 53/90. There are no lines lined up below it because this is our simplest form for today, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. All right, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.